Welcome back to more Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Last time, we saved Leon, so this time, we're going to work on the remaining treasure roads. Before we get started, I do want to mention that I spent a lot of time off-screen collecting figurines. I have all of the figurines I can actually obtain. There are a few that we can't obtain yet because I don't have the copy abilities for the figurines. So yeah, we actually have to evolve copy abilities before these will be in the rotation for the gacha machine. But yeah, we have an almost complete set. We'll go over this a little bit later, maybe show off some of the more unique descriptions as well. My advice for collecting star coins for the gacha machine are to either fish a lot. If you can catch the goldfish, you'll get 500 star coins. I also learned that the final input for the goldfish is always X from my testing. So even though it's a little bit unpredictable of when it'll pop up, at least it's like consistently X. It's not like any other input, from what I saw at least. The other recommendation would be to go through the arena, because you'll get coins. If you use like Morpho Knight's sword or a really broken ability, you'll be able to get through like the Meta Knight Cup fairly easily, and you'll also get a rare stone. So rare stones are not finite. You can get rare stones infinitely through the Colosseum. But instead we'll just focus on getting the ones from the treasure roads for now. So, first of all, let's actually check the menu. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, we don't even have all of them unlocked. So we should probably do that. Let's head over to, I guess, Winterhorns? But part of me almost wants to try some of these challenges because of how like ridiculously long they are to like start with these to make sure we have time for them. But this will definitely take a couple videos, so it'll be fine. Yeah, we don't even have all the abilities, so we'll be gradually going back to town to evolve everything. But in the meantime, yeah, let's go to Winterhorns. Starting out with the ice treasure. Sliding road, high-speed skating. So we have a target time of 45 seconds and a 2-star difficulty. I remember kind of cheesing this challenge when I first played it, using these guardrails. So obviously you're supposed to stop and like defeat the enemies as quickly as possible to get by. Alternatively, just go on the guardrails, you'll be fine. So yeah, just go as quickly as possible, don't slow down if possible, dodge everything, don't take damage. I already took damage once, which isn't great, so we might not actually get the time, because I remember I had a pretty flawless run on my original playthrough, and I actually barely made it. And yet again, I barely made it. Alright, so good start. We actually made a target time for once. And before we go any further at Winterhorns, I want to check for the remaining hidden ones. So all the power-up ones are visible, but there's still some others. That's just star coins, that's cool. So there should be 2 around here. I'm assuming this? I would have thought this would have been one. Maybe that's one of the locked ones for an evolved ability. We found a hidden portal to a treasure road. Let's see what's inside. Well, that's one. As for the other, I guess maybe here? Nope, star coins. Oh, I think it's here. You found a hidden portal to a treasure road. Let's see what's inside. The Meta Knight Sword Treasure. Oh, this is a 3-star difficulty. Slash. Meta Knight Sword Trial. Alright, so we have a minute and a half to get through this. The toughest part about the combat trials is actually not attacking too many times. Basically, as soon as an enemy is defeated, stop. Because you need all the time you can get. At least that'd be my best advice. So yeah, especially on the final hit when it goes into slow-mo, you want to start getting into position to actually exit the screen as quickly as possible, and yeah, not combo the enemies like unnecessarily so they can like despawn faster, if that makes sense. Sadly, we got hit immediately, meaning we don't have sword beams. That would have helped a lot, actually. One thing I actually want to try is the special attack, which is like crouch or guard, and then pressing A twice, and then mashing attack. I said A when I meant B, because I'm actually using the other control type. Ow, we're actually taking a lot of damage. I am being a little too careless, especially because we probably have a boss fight. So let's try this out to see how well this does against bosses. That kind of shreds through the boss's health, actually. Yeah, that is very effective. We can't juggle Wild Edge, but that still is a very good ability. Just tears through the boss's health. We have 4 seconds to get to the goal, so I'm not optimistic. We are having a lot of close calls, but that's 2 for 2 so far, getting the target time. I know I've already said this on multiple occasions, but as another reminder, we do not need to worry about the target times for completion. They're just for extra, like, bragging rights and star coins, which is good because, again, we are not getting all of them. Oh, this is a fun one. Stop time. Slow World Scramble. You might be thinking, wait a minute, the target time is 7 seconds? Yes, because this is Time Crash. As long as we keep running into enemies and extending the force field, the timer itself will tick down very slowly, giving us an opportunity to basically run through the entire stage, essentially in a very short amount of time. This is a really cool challenge. It's also kind of difficult. This is one I actually had to look up because I was actually struggling to figure it out on my own. Honestly, a really clever concept for a time trial. Yeah, you're given like no time, but you have time powers, so it's fine. We have another fun one over here. Adventures get me so excited, especially when I'm with you, Kirby. Shine and Seek, Into the Ghost Maze. So, this is fairly self-explanatory. We have a maze with 2 sets of switches. Basically, you have to use the light to quickly ascertain which is the correct way to go. Again, this is one where I would actually recommend doing these little hops in order to basically keep momentum up while still being able to light everything up enough to see what you're doing. Our target time is 1:10, which should be plenty of time. In theory, if I can dodge everything, which is easier said than done sometimes. This one's also tricky because we have like 2 different pathways here. Surprise, it's actually a 3rd hidden path that we have to take. I feel like this is almost a trial and error one, like one that you may not be able to figure out for the target time on the first run, just because of having to figure out like where everything is hidden. So yeah, I almost feel like this is one you might have to play twice, just to kind of learn the layout of for the target time. Alright, another target time cleared. We are on a roll this time. I find these generally pretty easy. A lot of the later ones are a lot tougher, so I'm not overly shocked that we're getting a lot of them, and this will definitely come to an end at some point. Alright. We have 4 rare stones. I think that's all that we can do here, because we don't have Chain Bomb yet. So now the question is, do we go back to town, get Chain Bomb, or do we just move on? I think I'm gonna move on for now. So, we're actually missing 2 here. Pencil Drill. Yeah, I never actually evolved Drill. I'm just realizing, whoops. Again, I don't use Drill that much, so that's probably why. We haven't really seen Gigant Sword very much, so let's go over here. Slash and Slice, Gigant Sword Trial. We have 1:20 to get through here, and what I said about the Meta Knight trial doubly applies to this one. I do not like Gigant Sword as an ability, and the reason is, it is very slow. It is so slow that you might overcommit to an attack and just waste time. It's very powerful though, so yeah, you can easily lose time just by attacking too much and getting kind of locked into a combo. So yeah, this is actually probably the first one in this particular set of challenges that we might actually miss the target time of, just because of, yeah, like how slow the attacks are, and trying to like gauge when the enemies are actually defeated. I almost wish there were health bars for regular enemies. I don't know if that'd be distracting or not. But I feel like that would help in a specific challenge like this where we have to get through quickly. If my calculations are correct, we have like 30 seconds, well less than that now, to fight 2 Twin Wild Edges, which isn't ideal. So instead of a spin attack, we also have a downward attack as well, but it's very strong. And that was easily able to finish off this fight, so yeah, we actually made it. I'll be honest, I'm actually genuinely surprised that went as well as it did. I don't remember if I got that target time on my personal file. Next up, this place is just sand, sand, and more sand. I wonder how far it goes. That's another piece of dialogue we haven't seen, because Elflin was gone by this point. We have 2 treasure roads to actually search for. That's another star coin. We found a hidden portal to a treasure road. Let's see what's inside. Typically they are somewhat telegraphed, like, you know, if there's a bit of scenery that seems out of place, like this little oasis. We found a hidden portal to a treasure road. Let's see what's inside. Wash them away. Slippery parade. Alright, so this uses the water balloon mouthful mode. We have a target time of 1:20, which is easier said than done when we're a water balloon. There are refill stations essentially throughout, so we don't have to worry about running out of water, even though that will waste time. So we still would prefer to not have to get a refill, because of just saving a little bit of time. Luckily, when you actually break the blocks, the path for the parade cars will actually close it off. So you don't have to worry about like navigating all the parade cars while you're trying to, or after clearing that. We have a fairly simple puzzle here. We have to basically toggle switches with good timing in order to actually let them get across and then break that. Lots of Kabus here. Looks like we have that same puzzle, but a little bit more complicated now. Puzzles like this I find really stressful, not because they're that difficult, but I am prone to messing these up. Speaking of messing these up, that was a very poor time to run out of water. We are definitely not getting target time now because of that. I should have refilled sooner. We'll still be able to clear it, I think. I think 30 seconds is enough time to get to the end, but yeah, not necessarily to get the target time. Yeah, because the goal is right behind here, so yeah, we made it for the regular goal, but oh well. Yeah, we would have gotten it if I hadn't had to stop partway through. Also, it occurs to me at the end, once you put the fires out, it would probably be faster to ditch the water and then just make a run for it. Trying to actually make it to the end as a water balloon also wasn't the best call, I'd say. In general, I feel like the ones that are hidden are like non-power-up ones, with one exception that we saw actually being the Meta Knight Sword Trial, which was a hidden one and also requires Meta Knight Sword. In general, it does feel like the hidden ones are like, you know, regular Kirby, like the Invincible Candy one, or like Mouthful Mode ones. Stretch and collect, Scissor-Lift Road. Alright, so we have a minute for this one. We have star coins and these little gems. Obviously we need these to make it to the end. So let's quickly but carefully navigate all of these Gordos. The Scissor-Lift is actually a really fun power-up. I almost wish the game did more with it, because I almost feel like some of the power-ups show up a lot, or some of the Mouthful Mode transformations, I mean. But I feel like Scissor-Lift doesn't show up very often, maybe because it's very situational. But I almost feel like they could have done more with it, if that makes sense. Alright, this is a little bit tricky because of that rabbit enemy. It's kind of hard to defeat them because you have to basically attack from below, which isn't ideal. Also not ideal being on a Scissor-Lift over collapsing blocks. But it's not over yet, because we still have to actually make it to the goal. I don't know if we have enough time for this. Depends on how far away it is. Alright, that was easy. Easier than I thought. Sometimes it does feel like they make you really run for it at the end. I feel like there's one in particular where you have to really dash for it, and it gets really annoying because of how far away the goal is. We'll get to that later, but luckily this one, the goal's right next to the teleporter. Alright, let's search here again, I guess, for another star coin. I know that's not anything important this time because we found all the hidden ones. Ranger and Drill. I don't know which one I'd rather do. Or Toy Hammer. Let's try Toy Hammer. Smack to the top. Hit the nails. I remember this one being kind of fun, but also kind of stressful. I mean, most of these are stressful, let's be honest, especially if you're going for the target times. One thing I haven't really brought up is you can actually do a little hammer bounce if you hold Y in midair. In this case, it's actually not helpful, and it kind of slows you down, so just use the spin attack, get through as quickly as possible. I say as I missed the switch, which was not ideal. I got that one, just double checking. Definitely not getting the target time because I've been slowing down quite a bit. Never mind, I got it. 35 out of 40 seconds. Alright, so we're almost to 9 rare stones. I think after one more we'll head back to town to at least upgrade a few things. Let's go with Drill. Dig and explore. Maze of fences. So, as the name states, we have a maze. This one I don't remember being too bad, but I guess we'll see how this goes. It's also weird having a challenge for regular Drill this late into the game. Luckily the wall will go down as soon as you collect the gem. You don't have to go all the way around. Our target time is a minute for this. The one thing I dislike about Drill is when digging under fences, sometimes you can kind of get stuck, and you can't actually go under the fence. Also, breaking things is difficult because a lot of times you can't, like, go through certain areas unless you break, like, boxes in front. And sometimes you have to kind of pop out of the ground to actually break things and then dig back under really quickly, which can be a little bit tricky. Alright, that was a pretty smooth run, so it should be a straight shot to the goal. Not too bad. I think we only missed one so far. So yeah, we're actually doing a lot better than I expected. Alright, so before we move on, let's actually stop and unlock a few more of these challenges. And to do so, I'll head over to one of these weapons. Alright, what do I want to upgrade next? I think I want to upgrade, I'm not really a fan of a lot of these challenges now that I'm looking at these. Let's go with Ice. Would you like to evolve the Ice ability into Frosty Ice? The Ice ability has evolved into Frosty Ice. This evolution will allow you to enter the portal for the Frosty Ice treasure in Original Wasteland. Go try it out. Oh boy, that's not one of my favorites, but we'll get to that later. Would you like to evolve the Ice ability into Blizzard Ice? The Ice ability has evolved into Blizzard Ice. This evolution will allow you to enter the portal for the Blizzard Ice treasure in Redgar Forbidden Lands. Go try it out. I realize it didn't really talk about what makes Frosty Ice special. We'll see it very soon, unfortunately, for me at least. But the upgraded level 3 ice is actually really good. We have this little, like, essentially needle attack, and we can freeze enemies pretty effectively. Sadly, we do have to unlock everything because there are individual challenges even for the level 2 upgrades. How much does sleep take? I would rather use 3 rare stones for something else. I don't think there are any challenges for the sleep of evolution, so I'll focus on something else first. We have most of these except Cutter because I don't really care for it. So let's go with, I guess, Bomb and Drill. Would you like to evolve the Bomb ability into Chain Bomb? The Bomb ability has evolved into Chain Bomb. This evolution will allow you to enter the portal for the Chain Bomb treasure in Winterhorns. Go try it out. Would you like to evolve the Drill ability into Pencil Drill? The Drill ability has evolved into Pencil Drill. This evolution will allow you to enter the portal for the Pencil Drill treasure in Winterhorns. Go try it out. I like this power-up just because it looks very silly that we have a pencil sharpener as a drill. I'm not actually sure what else makes it particularly special other than like launching a pencil like that. Anyway, that opened up quite a few challenges for us to try, so let's head over to the world map again. And next time, we'll keep working on the treasure roads. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Kirby and the Forgotten Land.